Oracle is finally here almost a year after being announced, and here's what you can do with it. Now, the Oracle on paper is a support class, but it actually does a fantastic job at dealing damage. You can see here that it benefits from the same passive that the mage benefits from, called ley lines, which basically increases your cast speed. The first skill is called Cosmic Shadow, and it works exactly the same way that Ranger first skill works, as in it hits at enemies in line, but you get to choose your target. So if I were to attack this, you can see the enemy behind gets smacked. The second skill, Reset Variance, does less damage and is a single target attack. If you use this skill to last hit enemies, it will reset the cooldown of all other skills, including the cross skill. Time Vortex is a damage over time area of effect spell that applies 5 stacks of Bad Omen to reduce defense and slows all enemies it comes into contact with. That being said, it does a decent amount of damage. The ultimate is called Threads of Fate. It takes a little bit of time to cast, but it basically takes 50% of whatever the current HP of the enemy is. So you saw he was at 100% and he took him all the way down to 50%. And this guy is at 64%. If I use it now, it should take him down to around 32%. There we go. So it takes 50% of whatever, or half of whatever the current HP is. So the earlier you use it in a fight, the better it works out for you. Also, as a side note, the ultimate skill does not have the HP of boss mobs. It only applies to regular and elite type mobs. And the cross skill is called Cosmic Reverberation, and what this does, it marks an enemy, and if you or any allies attack that enemy, it will heal you. So I'm just going to take a little bit of damage first, so I can show you what that does. It has a very narrow window, but it also has a very short cooldown time, so you need to time this correctly. Alright, I think I'm okay, so it pairs really well with the dot skill. So let's cast that, and then let's cast that, and you can see that it starts healing me immediately. Alright, but you can see the window is also very, very narrow. All in all, I think that Oracle is a really great class, and if you're a non-sweaty player, it is comparable to being as powerful as Samurai is. And if you are a sweaty player that uses Samurai the way it's intended, then you probably don't really need to be watching this video. Anyway, thank you for watching, and until the next time. So, LagOfLore feature here, I didn't want to re-record that, but there are some other changes that I did want to go through. The Paladin class was also revamped last week. Ardent Virtue. Stacks of the Ardent Virtue now refresh the cooldown of Radiant Blade once consumed, and Holy Shield had its duration increased. So they're going to be making changes to other classes going forward to basically make the game more fun, or at least that's what Clarion says on Twitter. Then some other changes also made it to live from the PTR by accident. So I assume this was like a joke on the PTR just to say that things were over 9,000.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right!
But Warrior's Whirlwind stacks to 9,000. The Toxic Surge increased from 4 to 8. I think that might be a permanent change. Mage's Fireball stacks from 3 to 9,000. Well, 9,001, sorry. Healer, the Renew, Kinship maximum stacks also go to 9,001. And Battle Fervor basically now makes the Berserker unstoppable. I have no idea what that means. I've used the alt, and I don't think I've noticed much of a difference, because I still get smacked. Either way, I think all these changes may be reverted, like the 9001 stuff, if it becomes game breaking. If it doesn't become too game breaking, I think they might just leave it in. Anyway, that is it for this video. Take care, stay safe, be happy, and me out. Bye bye.